I've prepared for you 9 different parts of my book so that hopefully at the end it's going to give you an overview of my book. And so we are going to dive right in. All I ask is that you just sit back and stay present. It's going to be a great ride, I promise. All right? How are you feeling right now? Breathe in and breathe out slowly. Give yourself permission to be here. Maybe you already gave yourself permission. Give yourself more. Hear your breath as you breathe in and out slowly. Feel your chest and belly move, and your body connect with where you are situated. Breathe in and breathe out slowly. Sending love to those tensed areas. The tension is your emotion manifested in your body communicating to you. What are those tensed areas saying to you? Continue to breathe in and out slowly, hearing your breath. Now you can say to the tension, I have received your message. You can melt away now. Feel your tension melting away from head to toe. When I started my career as a nurse in 2016, working night shifts led to chronic insomnia. Chronic insomnia is defined as having trouble falling asleep or trouble staying asleep for a period of 3 months or longer. It was during this time that I reached a turning point in my life as I grappled with the symptoms associated with insomnia. These included persisting fatigue, impaired memory and concentration, diminished motivation, irritability, and a profound sense of losing meaning in life. Motivated to reclaim my life, I embarked on a profound exploration of the science of sleep. Why sleep is the #1 pillar of overall well-being. We used to think that exercise and nutrition were more important than sleep. Now we have clear evidence to show that sleep is the #1 pillar of health that optimizes other areas of health and well-being. Despite the ongoing sleep evolution and awareness, most people are still unable to welcome sleep as a solution to their pressing pains. More than 60% of adults worldwide report insufficient sleep at least once a week. The World Sleep Society estimates that approximately 45% of the world's population experiences sleep-related problems. The importance of good sleep. Research has shown objective physical and mental impairment in people who consistently sleep less than 6 hours per night. When you sleep less than 6 hours per night, you have limited brain power, limited focus and concentration, causing poor decision making. You feel like someone has stolen your memory, making it difficult to focus and think creatively. Not getting enough sleep is like your brain is auditioning for the role of a slapstick comedy film. You might stumble around the office, mistaking your phone for a coffee mug, or mixing up your meeting so badly you end up showing up at the wrong meeting room. Trust me, I know this from experience. One time, I wore flip-flops to work instead of my shoes. Another time, I put ointment cream instead of toothpaste on my toothbrush and kept on brushing. These are not comic lines. They are reminders that good sleep is crucial for brain function, strong body, and productivity. Did you know that consistently sleeping less than 6 hours per night can raise the odds of workplace injury by as much as 62%? During my sleep deprivation days, I can recount instances where I almost experienced a severe accident. No wonder research shows that going without sleep for 24 hours is as same as having blood alcohol concentration of 0.10%. That's higher than the limit to legally drive. I forgot became the most expensive phrase in my life. I found that as I read through the charts, I had to read the same line twice to fully understand it. I had a page of paper where I wrote important information for each patient. Some people call it a cheat sheet. The nurses call it a brain sheet. One time, I went to the supplies room to grab what I needed for a procedure. While in the supplies room, I completely forgot what I was there to grab. When I looked into my pockets for my brain sheet to remind me, it wasn't there. All hell broke loose. My brain was on low sleep and I had no brain sheet. It was a recipe for a real emergency. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to feel disorganized from time to time. However, when it becomes often, people perceive your repeated behavior as your character. It can feel like your success depends on you taking more than your body can handle. But your body is warning you that the opportunities are much bigger and better with optimal sleep and well-being. In 2021, I held a Zoom workshop every Thursday for several weeks. These workshops were for nurses. I called them nurse healing. We gathered and discussed our healing journeys, hearing each other's stories validated us and created such a community resource for us all, for all of us. We envisioned a healthcare system where 12-hour night shifts would be divided into short 4-hour shifts so employees can alternate and each have time to adequately sleep. One story that stuck with me was a case where someone developed type 2 diabetes solely due to working night shifts. without any other contributing factors. When we learn about the risks of sleep deprivation, such as anxiety, depression, diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and accidents, we often assume it won't happen to us. But until I experienced suicidal thoughts, I never thought I could ever be in that situation. When we take health out of the definition of success, the mountains are laughing at us. Each day, the universe gently reminds us to embrace a joyful, healthier, and fulfilling definition of success for a much richer and happier life. This book is an invitation and support to live your new belief that you deserve not only to survive, but to thrive. No matter how difficult it may seem right now, remember that you have the capacity to make positive changes. By prioritizing your sleep and your well-being, you can find energy and vitality needed, not only to enjoy your own life, but also to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others. This book takes you on a journey to improve your sleep quality, to become healthier, joyful, and more present in your life.
Excellent. Does anyone have any questions for Joselyne? Yes.
So Joselyne, I guess I knew you first as a runner before Immerse, and I'm just curious about, you run a lot. Physical exhaustion to me feels like almost a different type of sleep when your body's exhausted. So it's surprising to hear you talking here about being chronically sleep deprived. I'm just curious what the role of running or say exercise has been in either problem or your fix, or it's got to be in here somewhere. Where is it?
Yeah, you mean in the book where they talk about running?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The role of exercise.
So exercise is definitely one of those sleep promoting activities that we can do. Yes, and usually when we exercise, the body is actually releasing a chemical called adenosine. And basically, we have different indication or cues for the body to sleep, and one of them is tiredness. And sleep is created by the brain, so everything is processed through the brain first. And so then, when we exhaust ourselves, even back in the day with the hunter-gatherer families, they would go out and then they get tired. So the body would, when you have so much adenosine in the body, which exercise produces, the body then will have the cues to say, oh, you are tired, which is why when you have exercised or went for a bike ride, I know you do bike rides to work, you probably come back and you just ready to sleep. And exercise also is allowing your brain to balance neurotransmitters, and you are definitely shifting and having a good balance, and likely you are having exercise outside most likely, which allows you to actually have that sunlight exposure, which is very good for producing serotonin. And serotonin is actually a precursor for melatonin, which is the hormone that initiates sleep. So amazing good benefits of exercise, just to impress upon you, and we can get deeper and deeper into that. But in my story though, when I was doing night shifts, it was like back then, before I even had enough energy to run. And so this book is a book that I wish I had when I was going through those times. And so then running basically is like the new Joselyne. This is like the runner, the Joselyne who ran a marathon and like 6 half marathons is the brand new Joselyne. Thanks to the book, I guess.
Any other questions for Joselyne? No? All right. Halfway over here.
Hi, Joselyne.
Hello.
So, thank you. There's this, I'm wondering, in your book, do you speak about this thing that happens sometimes you can't sleep and you can't even get yourself to the point where you go to bed? Your mind is really busy and you're almost procrastinating about going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you kind of speak to that a bit?
I do speak about the brain and the active mind, certainly. And chapter 7 of my book is dedicated to helping someone transform their sleep more like in 24 hours. I call it a 24-hour sleep makeover, which allows a person to combine all the resources from other chapters. So the active mind is very interesting because there's so many different factors. I also talk about the stress response, which is certainly a factor in active mind, because when our stress response is activated, then our mind is constantly thinking of how to solve those problems. I know, and I did, the stress response is a gift that we've been given. I probably had my stress response activated as I got excited to come and speak and things like that. But the interesting thing about a stress response, it doesn't really know, it cannot differentiate if the stressor is good or bad. It will still be activated. So I think in that context, I certainly talk about it. And I have a lot of tools and resources to calm the brain to get into that peaceful sleep.
All right. Thank you, Joselyne.
Thank you.